morning, students. See, in the last class, we were discussing about the new chapter or new unit, that is solutions. In that, already we have seen what is a solution, types of solutions based on number of components, that is binary solution having only two components, ternary solution having three components, quaternary solution having four components, and we have also seen what is solvent, what is solute, and we have seen classification of solutions based on physical state of solvent, that is solid solution, liquid solution, and gaseous solution. Is it right? And also we have seen the methods of expressing concentrations of solutions. One is molarity, another one is molarity, and the last one is mole fraction. Out of these three, molarity is temperature dependent, whereas molarity and mole fractions are temperature independent. Is it clear? Now we will come to solution of solid in liquid, and in that first let us see what do you mean by, or what is the solubility of solid solute in a liquid solvent. Is it right? See, it is defined as the maximum amount of solute that can be dissolved in 100 gram of solvent, liquid solvent, to prepare a saturated solution at a given temperature. That is what we call it as solubility of solid in a liquid. See, maximum amount of solid that can be dissolved in 100 gram of solvent, liquid solvent, to prepare a saturated solution at a given temperature. Now, the things which are not known to you, right? What do you mean by saturated solution? What do you mean by saturated solution? See, let me explain first that one. Saturated solution on the hand. See here. These are the beakers. See. Same volume beakers. Is it right? See, let me take number of beakers to understand the concept of saturated solution. The concept of saturated solution. See, in all these, let me take 100 gram of water. In all, ಎಲ್ಲದಕ್ಕೂ 100 gram of water. See, water, 100 gram, ಎಲ್ಲದಕ್ಕೂ. Is it clear? See, in all these beakers, first let us take 100 gram of water. 100 gram of water. Now, here let me put or add some 5 gram of salt, NaCl, sodium chloride. Sodium chloride. Is it right? Stir it well. See that whether all the salt is dissolved or not. ಎಲ್ಲ ಕರಗಿತಿರೋ ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ರಿ. Soluble ಆಗಿತಿರೋ ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ರಿ. Now let me add ಏನ್ರಿ 6 gram of NaCl. Here let me add 7 gram of NaCl. Here let me add 7.5 gram, 7.6 gram, 7.7 gram, 7.8 gram, 7.9 gram, like that. See, ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಕರಗಿದೆ. ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಕರಗಿರಬೇಕು. Think that. But ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ನಾವು 7.6 gram ಹಾಕಿದ್ವಿ, ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. 7.7 ಹಾಕಿದ್ವಿ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ some part of the salt remained undissolved. Some part of the salt remained undissolved. ಕರಗಲಾದ ಹಂಗ ಉಳಿಯಿತು. ಆವಾಗ ಈ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಮುಂದೆ ಬಂದವ ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಏನಾಗ್ತಾವಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ they are all saturated solutions. ಸಂತೃಪ್ತ ದ್ರಾವಣಗಳು. ಏನಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಸಂತೃಪ್ತ ದ್ರಾವಣಗಳು, saturated solution. So, the maximum amount of solute that can be dissolved in 100 gram of liquid solvent to prepare a saturated solution at a given temperature is called as solubility of solid in liquid. Is it clear? Definition may be asked for 1 mark. Now, let me come to what are the factors which affect solubility of solid in a liquid? Factors affecting solubility of solid in a liquid. See, factors affecting solubility of solid in liquid. Solid in liquid. Solubility of solid solute in liquid solvent. In liquid solvent. First one. Nature of solute and nature of solvent. First factor. Nature of solute and nature of solvent. See, nature of solute and nature of solvent. Is it clear? See, here we are going to write a proverb that is like dissolves like. Like dissolves like means polar solutes, polar compounds are soluble in polar solvent. Another ಏನು? Take for example NaCl. What it is? It is a polar compound, ionic compound. It contains ions Na plus ion and Cl minus. It is a solute. It is a solid solute. Polar solute. Soluble in polar solvent. Polar solvent ಯಾವುದು? Water. ಯಾಕೆ polar solvent ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ if you look at the structure of water, it is having free bent structure, and because of electronegativity difference between oxygen and hydrogen, there is a polarity in the molecule. More electronegative oxygen bears partial negative charge. ಎರಡು ಬರ್ತದೆ ಯಾಕಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಈ ಬಾಂಡ್ ದಿಂದ polarity create ಆಗುವುದು, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಈ ಬಾಂಡ್ ದಿಂದ polarity create ಆಗುವುದು. Less electronegative hydrogen is having partial positive charge. So the molecule is a polar molecule and the solvent is polar solvent. So polar solutes are soluble in polar solvents. Example is sodium chloride is a polar compound or ionic compound soluble in polar solvent water. Now non-polar solutes are soluble in non-polar solvents. Example, if you take naphthalene is soluble in non-polar solvent benzene. Naphthalene ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? ಡಾಂಬರ್ ಹುಡಿ. ಆಯ್ತಾ? See, naphthalene bonds ಅಂತ ಹೇಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ? See, that naphthalene is easily soluble in benzene because benzene is a non-polar solvent. Naphthalene is also non-polar solute. Is it right? So therefore, nature of solute and nature of solvent. ನಿಮಗೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ದಾಗ ಏನು ಕೇಳ್ತಾರಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ write any two factors affecting solubility of solid in liquid. First factor is nature of solute and nature of solvent. In that we are going to write the proverb like dissolves like. It means polar solutes are soluble in polar solvents and non-polar solutes are soluble in non-polar solvents. Example, see, sodium chloride is soluble in water and naphthalene is soluble in benzene. And here sodium chloride is not soluble in benzene and naphthalene is not soluble in water. Second factor, temperature. Second factor is effect of temperature. Effect of temperature. To know the effect of temperature on the solubility of solid in liquid, first we should know nature of that dissolution process. Solubility of solute in liquid is what kind of process? Means whether it is endothermic process or exothermic process. See, here we are going to write solvent plus solute plus heat. We are going to get solution. It is endothermic. Endothermic means heat is absorbed. Means heat is absorbed. Is it right? Now, second thing, if you come to solvent plus solute. See, solution plus heat. Plus heat. And this is what we call it as exothermic. This is what we call it as exothermic. Heat is given out or heat is liberated. See, if the process is endothermic, solubility of solute in a solvent is endothermic. If heat is absorbed, then solubility of that solute in given solvent increases with increase in temperature. With increase in temperature. ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಮಾಡ್ಕೊತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತೀರಿ ಆ ರೀತಿ solubility ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತದೆ. Because solubility here it is directly proportional to temperature. Heat is absorbed. And if you come to the second case, if the solubility of solute in liquid solvent is exothermic, during that process if heat is liberated, ಮತ್ತೆ ಕಂಪೌಂಡ್ ಅನ್ನ ಈ ಒಂದು ಸಾಲ್ವೆಂಟ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಡಿಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡೋಕೆ ಹೀಟ್ ಲಿಬರೇಟ್ ಆಗಿತ್ತು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಅಪೋಸಿಟ್ ಆಗಿ ನಾವು ಹೀಟ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ ಹೋದಿವಪ್ಪ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಅವಾಗ ಸಾಲ್ಯುಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಏನಾಗ್ತೈತ್ರಿ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗ್ತೈತಿ. ಸೊ ದೇರ್ಫೋರ್ solubility decreases with increase in temperature if the dissolution process is exothermic. This you have to remember. See that I am going to write here. The solubility of a solute in a given solvent is directly proportional to temperature. It increases with increase in temperature. If the process, that the solubility process, dissolution process is endothermic, ಅದು ಎಂಡೋಥರ್ಮಿಕ್ ಆಗಿತ್ತಂದ್ರೆ and the solubility of a solute in a given solvent is inversely proportional to temperature. Temperature ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ solubility ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಕತಿ, temperature ಕಡಿಮೆ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ solubility ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಕತಿ. ಯಾವಾಗ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ if the process is exothermic. Is it clear? This is regarding what? Regarding the effect of temperature on the solubility of solute in a liquid solvent. Now, another factor, that is effect of pressure. Effect of pressure. See, here pressure has no effect on the solubility of solid in liquid because both the components, solid as well as liquid, are incompressible. Pressure has no effect on the solubility of solid solid in liquid, because both the components ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸಾಲಿಡ್ ಮತ್ತು ಸಾಲ್ವೆಂಟ್ ಸಾಲಿಡ್ ಐತಿ, ಸಾಲ್ವೆಂಟ್ ಲಿಕ್ವಿಡ್ ಐತಿ. both the components are incompressible. They are incompressible. Is it clear? So therefore pressure has no effect on the solubility of solid solute in a liquid solvent. Is it clear? Now coming to next type of solution, that is solution of gas in liquid. Solution of gas in liquid. Now here also, first let us see, Henry, what is the solubility of gas in liquid, then what are the factors which affect solubility of gas in liquid. Solubility of gas in liquid. See, first let us see the definition of solubility of gas in liquid. Solution of gas in liquid. So for that solubility. Notice here it is defined as the maximum value of a gas that can be dissolved in unit volume of a liquid to prepare saturated solution at a given temperature under 1 atmospheric pressure. That is what we call as solubility of gas in a liquid. See, maximum volume of gas, volume in cubic centimeters. Maximum volume of gas that can be dissolved in unit volume of liquid to prepare saturated solution at a given temperature under 1 atmospheric pressure. ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಬರೀ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ವಿ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರೆಷರ್ ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ solubility of gas depends upon pressure also. Is it right? Temperature also. So therefore we have to mention under what conditions of temperature and pressure we are dissolving a gas in a liquid. Is it right? Now next point, factors affecting solubility of gas in liquid. See here, nature of gas and nature of liquid. First factor is nature of nature of liquid. Nature of gas and nature of liquid or solvent. Solvent. See, first one, the polar gases like HCl, SO2, etc. Ammonia gas, hydrogen chloride gas, sulfur dioxide gas, etc. Sorry, they are readily soluble. They are readily soluble in polar solvent like water, or readily soluble in polar solvent like water, isn't it? Polar gases are soluble in polar solvents. Now, non-polar gases like H2 hydrogen gas, Cl2 chlorine gas, N2 nitrogen gas, etc. are easily soluble in non-polar solvents like benzene, ether, alcohol, carbon tetrachloride, chloroform, etc. Is it right? See, are easily soluble in non-polar organic solvents, whatever I have told. Now, benzene, ether, alcohol, carbon tetrachloride, etc. These are all organic solvents, non-polar organic solvents. However, the non-polar gases can be dissolved in polar solvents under high pressure. Suppose if you apply more pressure, so what we can do, we can make to dissolve the non-polar gases in polar solvents. Is it clear? Next is effect of temperature on the solubility of gas in liquid. Effect of temperature. Second one is effect of temperature. Effect of temperature. See, the solubility of gas in liquid is inversely proportional to temperature. The solubility of gas in liquid is inversely proportional to temperature because solubility of gas in a liquid is always exothermic. Solubility of gas in liquid is always exothermic. Is it right? So therefore, what will happen? The solubility of gas in liquid decreases with increase in temperature or increases with decrease in temperature. Is it right? See, the solubility of a gas in a liquid is inversely proportional to temperature. Inversely proportional to temperature because solubility of a gas in a liquid is always exothermic. Is it clear? Now, coming to effect of pressure. Solubility of gas in a liquid is directly proportional to pressure because pressure can be easily compressed. This gas can be easily compressed. Is it right? See, solubility of gas in a liquid is directly proportional to pressure. The solubility of a gas in a liquid is directly proportional to the pressure. Because gases are easily compressible. Is it right? See, based on, you may have 1 mark question. What is the solubility of effect of temperature on the solubility of gas in liquid? What is the effect of pressure on the solubility of gas in liquid? How the nature of gas and nature of solvent or liquid will have solubility of gas in liquid. Like that, 1 mark question will be asked. Is it right? So, in the next class, based on this one, effect of pressure, Henry stated a law, that is Henry's law for the solubility of gas in liquid, that we'll see tomorrow with its applications. Is it right? Thank you.